a former North Korean Special Forces soldier. His first chance to live as a human being. What does it mean to be strong? He was stronger than anyone. A man who could march 50 kilometers through blizzards at minus 30 degrees Celsius, who could surveil enemy positions for 72 hours without sleep. A soldier who could distinguish an enemy's breathing from 100 meters away with his eyes closed, who could scale barbed wire fences barehanded without uttering a single groan despite bleeding. Sergeant Ri Chol-min of the North Korean Special Forces, Storm Corps 17th Company. The day he set foot on South Korean soil, he looked up at the sky for the first time in his life. Really looked at it. Was the sky always this vast? Tears streamed down his face. For the first time in 30 years, these were tears, not commanded, but his own. I wanted to live like a human being. Today, we share the true story of one man's journey from weapon to human being. The story of Ri Chol-min, or rather, Park Jun-ho. Childhood: the making of a weapon. Ri Chol-min was born in 1989 in a small village in North Hamgyong province. His father was a coal miner. His mother died of malnutrition when he was 5. Her last words to him were, "Chol-min, survive." I still don't know if those words were a curse or a blessing. At age 10, after losing his father in a mining accident, Chol-min was sent not to an orphanage, but to a youth hero school. It wasn't an orphanage, it was a factory for future warriors. You have no family. The fatherland is your mother. There is no individual, only the collective exists. Weakness is a crime. Strength is survival. Every morning at 5 a.m., children climbed mountains with 20-kilogram backpacks. Chol-min collapsed often at first, but each time he fell, an instructor's boot would follow, and only the top 3 finishers would get to eat. To survive, I had to become strong. And so he never missed first place again. Age 15, born to be a weapon. By 15, Chol-min could overpower adult instructors. An instructor told him, "You're a natural-born warrior. Become the blade of the fatherland." That night, eating the chocolate he'd received as a prize, he thought, "I am strong. I'll never be abandoned again." But he was wrong. Strength didn't protect him. It only pushed him deeper into darkness. The Storm Corps, where humanity dies. At 20, Chol-min was assigned to the elite Storm Corps 17th Company. This wasn't just a military unit. It was a shadow organization conducting infiltration, assassination, and sabotage operations against South Korea and hostile forces. Slit an enemy's throat silently. If you can't neutralize them in 3 seconds, you die. Mission failure equals treason. Chol-min was perfect. Marksmanship, combat, demolition, infiltration, survival. He received top marks in every category. His hands were always heavy with blood. His eyes held no fear. Comrades called him the ghost, moving soundlessly, completing missions emotionlessly. But at night, Chol-min was alone. Sometimes he tried to recall his mother's face, but the memory had already faded. Why am I alive? There was no answer. Only tomorrow's training, tomorrow's mission, the mission that changed everything. That winter, Chol-min received a special assignment: defector network elimination operation. He was ordered to eliminate North Korean defector brokers and the ethnic Korean family, helping them near the Chinese border. Chol-min crossed the border with 5 team members. The target was a safe house across the Tumen River. Through night vision goggles, he observed the building. 3 targets confirmed. Adult male, female, unknown. The team leader whispered, "Entry in 10 minutes. No survivors." Chol-min nodded. This was his dozenth such mission. Midnight, the moment of truth. They entered silently. Inside were 3 people. A man in his 40s, presumed broker. A woman in her 30s, his wife. And a boy, maybe 12 years old. The child was trembling in a corner. Their eyes met. The boy's eyes reminded Chol-min of something he'd forgotten. That was me. Those eyes were the same eyes I had when I was 10, when my father died and I was left alone. The eyes I used to look at the world. The boy asked in a trembling voice, "Mister, aren't you scared?" Chol-min's hand shook. The team leader whispered through the radio, "Number 2, why aren't you moving? Eliminate immediately." Chol-min raised his gun, but he couldn't pull the trigger. At that moment, gunfire erupted outside. Chinese police were approaching. "Retreat! Retreat!" Team members fled quickly. Chol-min followed, but at the last moment, he looked back. The boy still stood there, looking at him. The price of conscience. That night, Chol-min returned to base. The report said mission complete, but the targets had actually survived. The team leader noticed. "Ri Chol-min, your gun has no spent casings. Did you not fire? Traitor." 2 days later, Chol-min was dragged to a security interrogation room. "Ri Chol-min, why didn't you complete your mission? Did you betray the fatherland?" Chol-min raised his head. "I could not execute the order." "Why not?" "That child was not the enemy." The interrogator sneered. "Not the enemy? That's not for you to judge. You're just a tool that follows orders. You're finished. Understand?" That night, locked in solitary confinement, A realization struck him. I understood then. I had lived 30 years, but not once had I made my own choice. I wanted to live. I wanted to live like a human being. How desperate that desire was. I learned it that day for the first time. The escape. 3 days later, during transport, Chol-min escaped. He subdued 2 guards and scaled the barbed wire fence. Gunfire erupted behind him. Bullets struck his back and leg, but he didn't stop. I must survive. That single thought dominated his mind. Crossing the frozen river, January 15, 2016. -28 degrees Celsius. Chol-min stood before the Yalu River. The river was frozen, but he couldn't tell how thick the ice was. Behind him, pursuit team lights drew closer. If I'm going to die anyway. He stepped onto the ice. 1 step, 2 steps, the ice creaked. Please, 10 steps, crack, the ice broke. Chol-min plunged into the freezing water. Under the water, it was quiet. I couldn't hear anything. I thought then dying like this wouldn't be so bad. But, survive. Chol-min thrashed his arms. He broke through the ice and climbed out. Keuk, gasping for breath, he crawled onto the opposite bank. I'm alive. White breath escaped his lips. 3 days in the wilderness, wandering through the mountains, Chol-min found an abandoned shelter. His clothes were frozen. Blood wouldn't stop flowing from his gunshot wounds. So cold, he curled up inside the shelter. For 3 days, Chol-min drifted in and out of consciousness. Hallucinations appeared. His mother appeared. Chol-min, come here. An instructor shouted, traitor. Must die. The boy asked, Mister, aren't you scared? I am scared. For the first time, Chol-min admitted it. I'm scared of dying, of living. Everything scares me. In that moment, tears flowed. For the first time in 30 years, real tears. Crossing into South Korea. On the 3rd morning, Chol-min stood up. I must go down. He staggered down the mountain. Sergeant Kim Tae-jun, on duty at a GOP outpost, spotted someone stumbling beyond the fence. What's that? Looking through binoculars, he froze. A defector. Chol-min collapsed at the fence. Soldiers approached. Gun barrels pointed at him. Hands up. Don't move. Chol-min slowly raised his hands. I have no weapons. Identify yourself. Chol-min hesitated. Ri Chol-min, Korean People's Army. No. He corrected himself. I have no identity. Rebirth from Ri Chol-min to Park Jun-ho. Chol-min was transported to a military hospital. 2 gunshot wounds, frostbite, dehydration, malnutrition. The doctor said, it's a miracle you survived. But Chol-min didn't respond. He just stared at the sky outside the window. After recovery, Chol-min underwent niche investigation. Special Forces background? Yes. What operations did you participate in? I don't remember. Chol-min lied. He couldn't bring himself to speak of what he'd done. The investigator sighed. You're lucky. Normally trust is hard to earn in cases like this. But we acknowledge that. You harmed no one and came of your own will. Thank you. Live a new life now. You're no longer Ri Chol-min. Park Jun-ho. That's your name now. Hana-won learning to be human. Park Jun-ho no longer. Chol-min spent 3 months at Hana-won, a resettlement support facility for North Korean defectors. There he learned about South Korean society. Everyone, this is a smartphone, the instructor explained, but Jun-ho couldn't understand. A palm-sized device can show the world? A young defector next to him laughed. Hyung, this really is a different world. One day, Jun-ho stopped in front of a bathroom mirror. The man in the mirror wasn't the Ri Chol-min he knew. Gaunt, dead eyes, slumped shoulders. Is this me? A new life begins. 3 months later, Jun-ho left Hana-won. In his hands 5 million won in settlement support and a note with an address for a small studio in Sillim-dong, Seoul. Now, you're starting, the social worker said. Contact us anytime if it's difficult. Jun-ho nodded. The weight of freedom. A 5-pyong studio about 180 square feet. Inside were only an old bed and small desk. Jun-ho sat on the floor and looked out the window. For the first time, I had my own room. It was the first time in 30 years, but I wasn't happy. I was lonelier instead. No one giving orders, no rules, no one at all. I learned then how terrifying freedom could be. Finding work. To make a living, Jun-ho looked for work, but it wasn't easy. Special Forces background? Sorry, we'll find someone else. Your North Korean accent is too strong. You have no work experience. At his 10th interview, a convenience store owner hired him. It's a night shift. Can you handle it? Yes, I can. Jun-ho worked from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. There weren't many customers. Occasionally, drunk people or office workers doing overtime would come in. Jun-ho silently organized products and sat at the register. A small kindness. One dawn, a college student came in. Cup ramen and triangle kimbap, please. 4,501. The student was about to hand over a card when he looked at Jun-ho. Are you from North Korea? Jun-ho tensed. Yes, wow, amazing. First time I've met someone. It must be hard, right? Adjusting? Jun-ho nodded. The student smiled. I came from the countryside too, so I'm lonely. You hang in there too, sir. At those words, Jun-ho smiled for the first time. Thank you. Hope night school. The store owner told Jun-ho. Jun-ho, see, there's a night school nearby. They teach Korean and basic studies for free. In the evening, how about giving it a try? Jun-ho hesitated. I know how to read. Still, go see. Meet people too. A small classroom inside a basement. Church in Sillim-dong. A sign read Hope Night School. Jun-ho opened the door. Inside were various people, a grandmother in her 60s, a middle-aged man, a youth in his 20s, and a female teacher standing at the chalkboard. Lee Seo-yun, 28 years old. She greeted Jun-ho with a bright smile. Hello. Are you new? Yes. What's your name? Park Jun-ho. Nice to meet you, Jun-ho. See, I'm Lee Seo-yun. Please sit comfortably. Learning about dreams. Seo-yun wrote on the chalkboard. Today, shall we talk about dreams? What's a dream? A grandmother asked. A dream is something you want to do, something you want to become. I want to see my grandson's face. Is that a dream? Of course, Seo-yun smiled. How about you, Jun-ho? See, do you have a dream? Jun-ho couldn't answer. Dreams. I'd never thought about such things. A question no one had asked. After class, Seo-yun approached Jun-ho. Jun-ho, see, for your first day, you followed along well. Thank you. Seo-yun looked at Jun-ho's hands. You have a lot of calluses. You've worked hard, haven't you? Yes. You've suffered a lot, haven't you? At that question, Jun-ho stopped. No one had ever asked him if he was hurting. I'm fine. Seo-yun smiled gently. Please come again next week. We need people like you, Jun-ho. See, finding purpose. Jun-ho attended night school every week, at first out of obligation, but gradually, the place became comfortable. One day, Seo-yun said, Jun-ho, see, could you help the grandmother next to you? Me? Yes. Your handwriting is nice, and you explain things well. Jun-ho awkwardly sat next to the grandmother. The grandmother asked, how do I read this? It's love. Love. Such a nice word. The grandmother smiled. When my son was alive, I never wrote it. Jun-ho said quietly. You can write it now. The grandmother's eyes reddened. Thank you, young man. Understanding freedom. After class, Seo-yun and Jun-ho sat on the stairs. Jun-ho, see, your expression has brightened lately, has it? When you first came, you seemed very dark. Now you even smile sometimes. Jun-ho lowered his head. Coming here is comfortable. Why? Because no one orders me to do anything. Seo-yun was silent for a moment. Jun-ho, see, it's been very difficult, hasn't it? Yes, it's okay now. Here, no one will hurt you. At those words, Jun-ho felt tears coming. Now, don't do what someone orders. Do what your heart tells you to do. Jun-ho asked in a trembling voice. Is that what it means to live like a human being? Seo-yun nodded. Yes, that's what it means to live like a human being. That night, Jun-ho counted stars for the first time. 1, 2, 3. 1 year later, finding a craft. A year passed. Jun-ho quit the convenience store and got a job at a nearby metal factory. With his manual skills, he was quickly recognized as a technician. Jun-ho, see, you're skilled. Where did you learn this? Self-taught. Impressive. Jun-ho liked working when his hands moved. His mind wasn't complicated. In the evenings, Jun-ho still went to night school. His conversations with Seo-yun deepened. Jun-ho, see, do you miss your hometown? No. Why not? Because it's not a place to return to. Seo-yun looked concerned. What about family? None. I lost everyone when I was young. Aren't you lonely? Jun-ho thought for a moment. I didn't even know I was lonely before. But now, I'm lonely. Why? Because I've come to know people. Seo-yun smiled. Then meet more people. Jun-ho, see, is a good person. The nightmares remain. But at night, Jun-ho still had nightmares. Gunfire, screams, blood, and that boy's eyes. Mister, aren't you scared? Keuk. Jun-ho woke drenched in sweat. Can the past never be erased? Threat from the past. Recent activity by North Korean operatives targeting defectors has been detected. A TV news report played. Jun-ho watched the screen tensely. No way. A few days later at night school, a female defector entered, trembling. Someone's following me. Calm down. What happened? Seo-yun asked. Men with covered faces were loitering outside my house. Jun-ho instinctively knew. North Korean operatives protecting what matters. After class, Jun-ho called Seo-yun. Teacher, I won't be able to come tonight school for a while. Why? Is something wrong? I'm dangerous. Because of me, people here could get hurt. Seo-yun grabbed Jun-ho's hand. Jun-ho, see, what's going on? Tell me. Jun-ho shook his head. I'm sorry. That night, Jun-ho was walking through An alley. Then he felt a presence behind him. Jun-ho stopped. 3 men appeared. Ri Chol-min. At that voice, Jun-ho froze. North Korean accent. Long time no see, traitor. Jun-ho slowly turned around. Who are you? Don't you recognize us? We're from the same unit as you. Jun-ho's eyes changed. Why are you here? To handle a traitor like you. And the man pulled out a photo. The woman you've been seeing too. Jun-ho's fists trembled. Don't touch her. Then come quietly. If you do, we'll let the woman live. Jun-ho knew their words were lies. Even if he went with them, Seo-yun would be in danger. So then, I know what I have to do. Fine, I'll go with you, Jun-ho said. The men smiled. Wise choice. But in that moment, Jun-ho moved. 0.5 seconds. Jun-ho grabbed the nearest man's arm and twisted it. Keuk. 1 second. He struck the man's abdomen with his knee. 1.5 seconds. A second man drew a knife and charged, but Jun-ho dodged sideways and broke the man's wrist. Kyok. The knife fell. Don't move. A gun barrel pointed at Jun-ho. Jun-ho slowly raised his hands. Will you shoot? Of course. But the man hesitated. Gunfire would draw people. Exploiting that gap, Jun-ho kicked up the knife from the ground, caught it mid-air, and threw it. Thud. The knife lodged in the man's shoulder. Ah. The gun fell. All 3 were down. Jun-ho breathed heavily. Ha. Ha. His hands trembled. I used violence again. Police sirens sounded in the distance. Someone had called. Jun-ho left the scene. Jun-ho sat in his room. His hands were stained with blood. His whole body trembled. I haven't changed. His phone rang. It was Seo-yun. Jun-ho see. Are you okay? I saw the news. Teacher, the police caught those men. Thanks to you, Jun-ho see. It's not, thanks to me. What? Jun-ho said weakly. I'm a monster accustomed to hurting people. What are you saying? Seo-yun's voice trembled. Jun-ho see protected people. No. Jun-ho was about to hang up, but Seo-yun shouted. Park Jun-ho. Come to the night school, right now. I have something to say. The truth about strength. An hour later, Jun-ho arrived at the night school. Seo-yun was waiting, sitting on the stairs. Why did you call me? Seo-yun stood up and faced Jun-ho. Jun-ho see, you're not a monster. I almost killed people. But you didn't. It was coincidence. No. Seo-yun grabbed Jun-ho's hands. Jun-ho see made a choice to not kill. Jun-ho shook his head. I was just a weapon, following orders. No. Seo-yun's voice rose. Jun-ho see refused orders. You didn't shoot that child. Do you know how incredible that is? Jun-ho's eyes grew hot. But, Jun-ho see. Seo-yun gripped both of Jun-ho's hands tightly. These hands aren't hands that hurt people anymore. These hands teach grandmothers to write, make things, protect people. Jun-ho couldn't hold back anymore. Tears streamed down. Am I human too? Of course. Seo-yun smiled. Jun-ho see is a warmer person than anyone. For the first time, Jun-ho embraced someone. Thank you for letting me live. Time passed. Jun-ho no longer ran away. He cooperated with police investigations. And thanks to that, the North Korean operative network was dismantled. Defector Park Jun-ho takes the lead in protecting fellow defectors. Jun-ho became famous, but he wanted to live quietly. The woodworker, Jun-ho left Seoul and moved to a small village in Gyeonggi province. There he began learning carpentry. At first I was clumsy, but gradually, it came naturally. Chairs, desks, small boxes. Jun-ho spent all day carving, shaping, and making wood. Wood doesn't lie. It changes as much as you touch it. I wanted to change that way too. The furniture Jun-ho made became popular among villagers. Jun-ho see, this chair is really sturdy. Can you make one more of these bookshelves? Jun-ho smiled shyly. Thank you. One weekend, Seo-yun visited Jun-ho. Wow, is this your workshop? Jun-ho see? Yes. How did you find it? You gave me the address. Seo-yun looked around the workshop. Did you make these? They're amazing. It's nothing special. No, they're really wonderful. Seo-yun sat in a small chair. Comfortable. It makes my heart feel at ease. Jun-ho said quietly. My heart feels the same. Jun-ho brought tea for Seo-yun. How have you been lately? Good. The nightmares? Much less frequent. Seo-yun smiled. That's a relief. Jun-ho hesitated, then asked. Teacher, yes? Can someone like me be happy? Seo-yun looked straight at Jun-ho. Why not? In the past. The past is the past. Seo-yun took Jun-ho's hand. Right now, Jun-ho see is someone who creates beautiful things. That's enough. Jun-ho nodded. Giving back. A year later, Jun-ho began volunteering at a defector resettlement center, teaching woodworking skills to newly arrived defectors. You must carve carefully like this. It's difficult. Everything is difficult at first. But if you keep at it, it becomes natural. A young defector asked. Hyung, how did you adjust? Jun-ho thought for a moment. I met people, one at a time, And those people changed me. Could I do that too? Jun-ho nodded. Of course, you're already a courageous person. Just by making it here. After class, the center director spoke. To Jun-ho. Jun-ho, see, I have a proposal. What is it? We'd like you to work as an official woodworking instructor at our center. Jun-ho was surprised. Me? Yes, we need someone like you. Someone who experienced the same pain, but overcame it. Jun-ho thought for a moment. Will I be able to do it? You're already doing it. Thank you. I'll do it. Confession. Jun-ho and Seo-yeon were walking along a nearby trail. You've been busy lately, haven't you? Yes, but I'm happy. Is it rewarding? Yes. For the first time, I feel like I'm helping someone. Seo-yeon smiled. You're wonderful, Jun-ho. See. Jun-ho stopped walking. Teacher, yes? I have something to say. Seo-yeon stopped too. Jun-ho took a deep breath. I haven't told you everything about my past. In North Korea, I did many bad things. Jun-ho's voice trembled. I hurt people and only moved according to orders. That's the kind of person I was. Seo-yeon listened quietly. But, Jun-ho looked at Seo-yeon. After meeting you, for the first time, I wanted to live like a human being. You made me human. Tears welled in Seo-yeon's eyes. Jun-ho, see, thank you. And, Jun-ho gathered his courage. I love you. Seo-yeon smiled through tears. Me too, Jun-ho. See. Park Jun-ho now lives as a woodworker in a small village in Gyeonggi province, all day surrounded by the smell of wood, making small chairs, desks, and boxes. They say he smiles quietly. The hammer I held instead of a gun. That was true freedom for me. Now I know what strength means. Real strength isn't hurting people. It's protecting them. Real courage isn't following orders. It's making your own choices. Park Jun-ho is no longer afraid. He has people to protect, someone to love, and a home to return to. The furniture he makes still sits in villagers' homes. Sturdy, warm, and comfortable. Like his life, he's not a nameless hero. Just the story of one human being who wanted to live like a human. We can all be someone's Park Jun-ho. No matter how dark the past, if we can choose in this moment, we can start again. This is the message Park Jun-ho, or Ri Chol-min, left us. This story is reconstructed based on true events. Currently, about 34,000 North Korean defectors live in South Korea. Each of them has their own story.